Hey, thanks for stopping by. This is just a quick video to show some of the work that's been accomplished over the past few weeks. I've been on the road and out of country for a couple of weeks with work, and so I thought I would swing by and see what progress is being made and try to get a couple of small projects done myself. Here you can see that the prop has been cleaned off and is ready for final paint later. And as we head to the top of the boat, you can see that it's still in somewhat destruction phase. All the port lights are out, and where you see areas of red on the deck, that's actually where the stress cracks have been ground out and then epoxied in and faired in, and so that has to still be sanded down. Here you see where there was an area of delamination around the mast, and that skin has been cut and the core replaced, and so now that gets fiberglassed in. Still some work to be done there, and what I'm feeling for is whether or not the edges around the mast entry there have been sealed by epoxy, and they have. So since we're going to paint in a few weeks, it makes sense to fix all areas of delamination or bad core, and that's exactly what we did. And here you can see two additional areas on the port side of the boat, one on the cabin top, and then of course along the deck. The cuts were made within the non-skid area, so that should help hide some of the imperfections after we finish paint. And you can see everything else has been taped off. All of the hatches have been removed. Those are down below, and replaced with marine plywood to keep the paint from going down below. I've temporarily taken off the plywood here so that I could do some projects down below. We'll cover that in another day. So lots done, still lots to do, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll get to paint. So one of the things I wanted to work on while at the boat is this lazarette locker. And here you can see I'm trying to remove some old residue. I believe it was some sort of epoxy. Evidently there was something mounted inside the lazarette locker, and that's going to be my intent as well. And so yesterday I worked on getting this off and then sanding it down and putting a couple coats on. My intent is to figure out a good way to mount the emergency tiller that I'll show you here in a second, and mount that inside the lazarette locker here in the lid. And here's the emergency tiller. This was fabricated a couple months ago, and here you have the final product of the inside of the lazarette locker, and put about 3 coats of paint on that. So thanks for stopping by, and again hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll get to paint.